What's good, everybody? Now, John Abraham is the king of Bollywood physiques. He's the one guy who inspired me to take up weight training. And the one striking thing about John's physique are his monster arms. And that's what today's video is about. Now, if you watch my other Bollywood Bodies videos, we break everything down from an anatomy standpoint. But the arms are a muscle group that I feel a lot of guys don't know the basics about. You don't really need to know the anatomy of the arms because the biceps and the triceps are made up of a bunch of different small muscle groups. But you do need to know everything about the concepts of arm training. The first concept you need to know about is the correct form of the exercises, and more specifically, swinging your arms. Now keep in mind, when we're training a big muscle group like the chest or the back or the legs, we're also focusing on developing strength. Now when you're working on strength, you can kind of afford to let go of your form a bit, but the arms are a muscle group where you're only concerned with how they look. You're not concerned that much with their strength levels, you're concerned with how you do the exercise. And how you do the exercise has a one-to-one relation with how your muscle group is gonna grow. And that's why in arm training, I've seen a lot of guys in the gym who don't focus at all on the form of the exercise. They're always swinging their arms. Remember, when you're training your biceps or your triceps, your form is a very, very important factor, especially in terms of building size. And if you're trying to figure out the correct form of the exercises, I've got you covered. I'll link it in the description below. The next concept is the correct range of motion. Now, what's the one striking thing about John Abraham's arms? They're very well developed overall. From any angle that you look at, his arms are huge. And if you want that overall development in your arms, you need to focus on the range of motion. Now, a lot of Indian trainers will tell you, don't extend your arm fully while doing bicep training because it builds tension. Okay, so here's what happens. When you don't extend your arm fully, you are building some amount of tension, but what's also happening is that you're not working the entire length of your arm. So if you want overall development in terms of size, if you want your arms to look like John's arms, you need to extend completely in almost all your bicep and tricep variations. Once in a while, you can take like a half range set, but most of the time you need to focus on the range of motion if you're working towards size. The next concept, as with all my other Bollywood Bodies videos, is the concept of going till failure. So failure is where you're pumping out that many reps in a set that you don't have anything left in the tank. You have no fuel to pump out that last rep and you still push, you can barely move. Now here's what I've seen, a lot of Indian gymmers, they'll take all their sets till failure and their gymming partner will actually end up doing the rep for them. That's not correct training. Again, if you're working towards size, you want to focus on doing the rep yourself. And the other thing you want to focus on is just getting a burn. You shouldn't be taking every set to failure. You should be taking every set till you burn. So once you're burning and you have about 1 or 2 reps left in the tank, that's when you know you need to stop. Especially in arm training, in long-term bodybuilding, if you're trying to build those John Abraham arms, this is what you need to focus on. Take it till the burn, don't take it till failure. Okay, the next concept is as close to the anatomy side of things as we're gonna get today. Now you gotta keep in mind that both your bicep and your tricep are made up of a bunch of different heads. Okay, now keep in mind that your bicep gets worked primarily when you curl, when you move your arms like this, and your tricep gets worked primarily when you extend your arms, when you push things away from you. Now depending on the angle of your joints to your torso, it's gonna work different heads of those muscles. So basically when you're trying to develop overall size like John Abraham, all you need to do is you need to hit it in different angles. You need to take up variation. You need to shock your body in order for it to grow. So unlike a chest workout where we're taking a few variations and just doing them again and again, in an arm workout, we're going to keep changing our angles and keep changing up the variations of the exercises. And that is the best way to get big monster arms. And finally, the concept of superset training. So superset training is essentially where you're training two opposite muscles or two antagonist muscles back to back. So in this case, we're training our bicep and the tricep muscles together. So there's two main advantages to doing superset training. The first is that when you're training one of the muscles, the antagonist muscle relaxes and stretches a bit. So when you move on to that antagonist muscle, you can actually pump out just a few more reps and increase your overall volume of the workout through those reps. The second advantage is that superset training helps in saving time. So when you're training both your bicep and your tricep together in that 1 hour workout, you're actually pumping in a lot of volume. And also that momentary pump that you get in terms of thickness will make you feel like John Abraham for at least that 1 hour after your workout. And as usual, before we get to the actual workout plan, keep in mind that the written version is in the description box, so make sure you check it out. So the John Abraham arm workout starts with a bicep variation. As I said earlier, every single bicep variation you do is a variation of the prince of all exercises, the basic bicep curl. That's what you're going to start with. So whether you want to take a bar or you want to take a dumbbell, it doesn't matter. Just get in 3 sets of a basic bicep curl. Again, select a weight such that your first set you're able to go up to 12 reps easily, where 80% of failure corresponds to 12 reps. In your next set, take a slightly heavier dumbbell, go up to 10 reps. And in your third set, take a slightly heavier dumbbell and go up to 8 reps. In all these sets, keep in mind, you don't want to take it till failure. You don't want your partner assisting you. You want to be able to do all the reps yourself. Okay, now that your bicep is worked and warmed up, your tricep is stretched and relaxed. And now you need to hit your tricep with a basic tricep variation. My personal favorite tricep variation to start things off is the basic tricep dip. So again, you're going to hit the tricep dip when every set you're going to go up to 80% of failure. Now 80% of failure is different for different people, so you got to decide how many reps work for you. But keep in mind that after every set, you should be having at least 1 or 2 reps left in the tank, but at the same time, you should feel a burn. That's the most important thing. So we've hit the biceps, we've hit the triceps, and we're going to come back and hit the biceps again with an incline bench bicep curl. So incline your bench at about 45 degrees and take a bicep curl again. Now this personally is one of my favorite bicep variations. So what's happening here is that because the bench is inclined, you're increasing the range of motion of that basic bicep curl. Now this allows all the parts of your bicep, the entire length of it, to be hit really hard. Now, this is a very intense exercise, but it's also very effective for building overall bicep mass. And again, as usual, you follow the same protocol we followed in our first bicep set. You hit it with 12, 10, 8 reps, where in every subsequent set you increase the weight. And keep in mind, go up to 80% of failure. Now, very important thing to note is that in this variation, it's a little harder to go as heavy as you did in your first variation. So take a slightly lighter weight to start off with. You want to again go up to 80% of failure. Coming back to training those tris, you're going to go for a basic tricep extension on a cable crossover machine. Again, you're going to load the machine such that you go up to 80% of failure in all your 3 sets. But most importantly, focus on your form in this exercise. Remember, this is a bodybuilding style workout and we don't care about how much you're lifting. We do care about the correct form. Okay, now the third bicep variation we're going to take is the reverse grip bicep curl. Now when you're reversing a grip and curling, what's happening is that you're also working a part of your forearm and you're working the long head or the outside part of your bicep muscle. Now this again from a side profile allows you to get those really bulgy biceps, which in turn make you look great in t-shirts, just like John Abraham. So you're going to hit it with 3 sets, but keep in mind this is a very difficult exercise. So use a super light barbell and churn out 3 sets again where you're going up to 80% of failure in all those 3 sets. Now when you're reversing your grip and doing a bicep curl, it's basically hitting your bicep from a different angle. It's shocking your bicep. So similarly, our third tricep variation, we want to shock our tricep. Now when you're extending your tricep in a tricep dip or a tricep extension, it's working a part of your tricep. But when you extend your tricep from behind your head, like in a French press, it's working the long head of your tricep muscle. Again, this helps in the overall aesthetics of the tricep. So we're going to take 3 sets of French press, again where you focus completely on form and go up to 80% of failure in all those 3 sets. So in your first set, take 12 reps, in your second set, increase the weight, go up to 10 reps, and in your third set, increase the weight and go up to 8 reps. But your main focus is the form. Now a lot of people associate superset training as a training where you're taking 2 variations of opposite muscle groups back to back. But what we've spoken about in this workout is also a superset training based workout. Now the workout that we've just done is already intense enough and it is going to help you build size in your arms. But if you want to take your volume just a little bit further and kind of just help a little bit more with your own size, you can actually start doing a few core supersets. So you're going to start by selecting whatever bicep variation you want, do it and then take a very small break, less than 5 seconds, and immediately move on to a tricep variation. Now the kind of variation you select is completely dependent on you. I personally like doing a set of hammer curls and immediately moving to a set of tricep extension. But whatever you're doing, keep in mind that you want to keep the break between your bicep and your tricep training minimal, and you want to churn out 3 supersets. So overall you're going to do 3 sets of hammer curls and 3 sets of tricep extensions just to take your overall volume a little bit further. Now keep in mind you can select any variation you want. These are the variations I go to, but it's completely according to you. This is just to take your overall volume a little bit further and help a little bit more in the bodybuilding process. Okay, so that's that with the workout plan, but keep in mind that this isn't a big muscle group. Your arms, you're not focusing much on the strength side of things, you're focusing on the bodybuilding side of things. All you're trying to do is you're trying to hit it with different angles. You're trying to hit it in different ways in order to promote growth in your muscles. Now the variations that I've shown will work for anyone, but keep in mind that once in a while you want to change it up a bit. So substitute a few of the variations with any of the variations that you like. Once in a while, say about once in 2 or 3 weeks, you want to change up your workout just a little bit to shock your body. When you shock your body occasionally, that's what promotes growth. And in terms of arms, that's all we're looking for. We're just looking for bigger John Abraham style arms. Hey guys, so that was the video for today. If you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you want to watch my other Bollywood Bodies videos, you can click on this card. Keep in mind that I've already covered the chest workout, the back workout, the leg workout, and I will be covering the shoulder workout soon. So either way guys, until next time, if you want to follow my personal fitness journey, follow me on Instagram at BeerBiceps, on Snapchat at ranveer.1693, and my Facebook page is facebook.com/BeerBiceps. So until next time guys, from BeerBiceps, see you.